Armani, just like every major designer brand out there, is into the money-grabbing cash cow flanker game. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the newest from Armani, simply called Profondo, which is a flanker of the original Acqua di Gio. So let's find out if this stuff here is actually worth your time and money in this video that's coming up right now. I'm a big fan of the Acqua di Gio, the Armani Acqua di Gio line of fragrances, but over the past couple of years, 3-4 years, I've not really been a fan of their latest flankers. This particular one really caught my attention because it is a quote-unquote more oceanic, more ozonic type of a flanker, and from what I read, I thought this was going to be very similar to the original with some amped up notes, more marine notes, so quote-unquote a more modernized version of the original. I went in with high hopes for this one. The last two flankers I was not a big fan of were Absolute and Absolute Instinct, so let's see if this particular one will break that spell. Profondo is actually readily available at your local general store, your favorite location that you like to procure your fragrances. I was able to pick mine at Macy's. This is not a sponsored video, I'm just letting you know where I picked up mine. If you guys have access to Macy's, you can go check it out. It is available, I believe, in 3 main sizes. However, I did not see the 40 ml. I saw the 75 ml and the 125 ml, which I picked up. And I think it retails for $105 for the 75 ml and $135 for the bigger size. The classification for Acqua di Gio Profondo, which actually has an amazing sprayer, is a woody, aquatic, aromatic scent. And the perfumer is the master perfumer, which has an extensive, amazing portfolio of fragrances created, Alberto Morillas. I have a test strip here which has the Drydown of this fragrance. I'm actually wearing this fragrance today. It is my scent of the day, but as always, I'm gonna give you guys my first impressions here on skin with the introduction, which is right off the bat a very pleasant fragrance. If you go to a store and an assay presents you a card of this fragrance, 90% out of 100, you're going to like the fragrance. It's very likable. It has a very familiar appeal to it. So if you're familiar with blue fragrances over the past 5-7 years, you're gonna absolutely love the scent profile. It's got a mixture of different blue scents. I get a little bit of Bleu de Chanel, I get a little bit of Dylan Blue. So all in all, it's got a very similar taste, a very similar appeal to the scent. You obviously have the original Acqua di Gio infused here in this DNA, sitting in the background with all these blue nuances from fragrances that were released over the past 5-7 years. So with all that said, the opening is going to be very citrus. I also get a little bit of a bitter orange on my skin with this particular fragrance, perhaps because of the herbal nuances. I think there's rosemary in here or sage, which is going to give you a little bit of a bitter herbal kind of nuance, which takes it more from being a youthful scent to being more of like a mid-20s type of a scent. I can't really see a teenager rocking this, but I can see somebody in their early 20s really enjoying this particular fragrance for office wear or whatever. But let me digress a little bit. So you get that bitter orange, those citruses up top with a little bit of an herbal nuance and somewhat of a salty marine vibe sitting in the background. It's really not up front and center. I wish that marine vibe was really popping here, but it's a little bit in the background. Now here's the deal. The opening of this fragrance is going to be really the highlight of the fragrance. I wish this fragrance was actually a linear fragrance, so that opening would stay throughout the fragrance, the life of this fragrance, because as you get into the middle, into the dry down, it becomes very generic and underlying boring, to be honest with you. So the highlight of Acqua di Gio Profondo is really that opening, the introduction, which will last for about an hour and a half. As you get into the mid and to the dry down of the fragrance, it actually becomes a little bit boring and quite generic. It's gonna have nuances of different blue fragrances, and you left off with this lavender blue, semi-aquatic, sweet and musky dry down. A few words to describe Profondo, shower gel, clean, bright, citrus, aromatic. Does it smell good? Damn right it smells good, but is it different than anything that's been done over the past few years? Absolutely not. So if you were looking for a new scent, this has been there, done that. So it didn't blow my mind, unfortunately, and it's one that is a hard pass for me. If you have a lot of the fragrances that I talked about here, perhaps, other ones like Dolce & Gabbana, Light Blue, Eau Intense, Dylan Blue, the list is very, very large. You guys know about all the fragrances released over the past few years, top lists of spring and summer scents. This stuff here smells a lot like a lot of different things with a little bit of the original DNA infused in here. So it's, like I said, been there, done that. I did talk about not liking an absolute instinct, but I also have to give credit where credit's due. This is going to be a flop for me. It's a hard pass, but over the past few years, we actually did have some really good flankers from Acqua di Gio. I did love Special Blend. It's an amazing scent if you can get your nose on. It's a little bit hard to find because it was, limited edition. I also loved Essenza, which is sadly discontinued now, and it makes you wonder, why would they discontinue amazing fragrances like that and come up with generic stuff like this? And obviously, the Profumo, not Profondo, but the Profumo, the dark bottle, the black dark bottle, which I reviewed for you guys years ago, I think back in 2015, is also an amazing flanker. But this here, unfortunately, is a little bit too similar to a lot of stuff in the market today. It's neither hard to say, but, truthful, cash grab, cash cow, money grab type of a scent that I don't think it's going to take long to reach discounters. And to be honest with you, I would really wait for it to hit discounters to actually pick up a bottle of this if you want to pick up a bottle at all. If you have a collection and you want to add this to your Acqua di Gio collection, wait to get it discounted. I definitely don't think it's worth $135 for a 125 ml. That's for sure. And also another thing to add to this, which really was disappointing to me, was the performance. Acqua di Gio Profondo gave me about 4 to 5 hours on a good day, and that is if I spray my clothes. If I put it on skin, it's about 4, and that's a stretch. It pushes nice for the first hour, and that's about it. Once that initial blast goes away, you're left off with what I said, a little bit boring and generic Drydown, the lavender, aquatic, musky, semi-sweet Drydown, which people have to really lean in. They have to get close to you to really get whiffs of this fragrance. So performance is definitely another negative point in this one. What else can I say? It is a little bit disappointing to me. I was expecting a lot. Love the bottle, the blue frosty bottle, the name Profondo, which means deep in Italian. But this is nothing but, a very superficial scent. It's not deep at all. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick rundown here. Seasons, of course, spring and summer, if you will, I think are the best seasons for this. It's not strong enough to cut through, the cold. So if you're in tropical areas of the world, definitely check this out. You might love it. As far as ages goes, like I said before, 20 and up. This is discounted. I think a teenager could possibly enjoy this, but I really, because of the scent profile, I think 25 or at least 20s, high school, early college will enjoy this. As far as occasions, day wear, errands, office, I think are the best for this particular release. My final thoughts of Acqua di Gio Profondo is, am I a fan? I do like the scent profile, but I have 2 issues with this fragrance. Number 1, performance. Number 2, I guess you could say the pricing right now. And actually the third thing that I have a problem with this is the actual scent profile, because it is similar to a lot of things out there. So overall, it is a pass for me. I will not be repurchasing this. For collection purposes, I do have this bottle now, but I urge you guys to at least try it. I think it's worth checking out. And if you want to have this in your collection, if you're a collector like myself, wait for it to be discounted and pick it up for a better price. That's pretty much my final assessment for the new Acqua di Gio 2020 Profondo. Of course, those are my thoughts, guys. Please sound off in the comments. Let me know your thoughts on the new Profondo. Maybe you guys love this stuff. And also let me know your thoughts on all, the whole collection of Armani fragrances, not only the Gios, but let me know your top 3 or top 5 Armani fragrances of all time in the comment section. Thanks so much for tuning in. As always, please don't forget to show your support. If you would, please hit the like button, subscribe for a lot more, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell icon for future new releases just like this one. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy. Don't forget to keep on spraying and wear what truly moves you, because fragrance is emotion in motion. It's an extension of your character and personality. So keep on spraying, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.